No dice, back of the line. Welcome back to Wrestling Empire. I am your host, attackslug, and Sasuke is still ducking me with all of his might. What if I challenged a champion somewhere else? What if I challenged Chris Jericho here in Maple Leaf Grappling? What do you say, Chris? Some inter-promotional thing for that title around your waist? Or would you never, ever take a match with Slam Bigelow? What's the deal here? Nope. Everyone wants that TV title back of the line. You just made the list. Okay, look. I tried, man. You can't say I didn't try. So, last laugh against Misawa. And so I welcome you to a fine Tuesday here on the program. Obviously, Raw was last night, but also there was some interesting business in their main event taping from last night. And that main event taping included NXT champions Karrion Kross and the colossal Bronson Reed. And they fought Shelton Benjamin and Gulak and won those matches, you know, and that's fine, but why were they on main event, which is ostensibly a main roster program, when they're both still the NXT and the North American champion? Why? I will not get a fluke victory over Misawa. It's not going to happen, according to him. It's a last laugh match. We'll know for a fact who is best by the end of this contest. I think it's mandatory 10 minutes. So, those rules suit me just fine. I get to kick your ass more than once in this matchup. Yes, a mandatory 10-minute timer here, because if the last pinfall is the one who wins the matchup. Anyhow, so beyond those weird main event things happening, Raw was last night, and we are full speed heading towards Money in the Bank. They were just, alright, we're on it now. Do a bunch of qualifiers to get that thing popping for the first pay-per-view in front of a live crowd since Mania, and the first one back for good after our last ever Thunderdome show that was held in a cell. But also, the salty babies at the USA Network. The salty USA Network babies who were like, meh, Fox got a Hell in the Cell, we deserve a Hell in the Cell. So they got a Hell in the Cell on Raw. And I'm like, really? You're crying about it that hard? You got worked that hard on that to have one on Raw after the actual pay-per-view? Because, yeah, it's sad, man. Like, look, do whatever, but it's still, I laughed pretty hard at that being announced. So, it's still real to them. It's still real to them. Damn it. So, that ended up being Lashley and Xavier Woods, because we also learned that Lashley defends that title at Money in the Bank against Kofi Kingston. So that match finally happening on a grand stage. Congrats to Kofi on that. Misawa, get up, because it's Burning Hammer time. Burning Hammer into a pinfall. And I currently have the last laugh, one fall. But Misawa's like, not, now it gets serious. Now it gets serious. Yeah, we'll see about that, man. We'll see about that. Blocks the clothesline. Fists of Fury. I think in the next 8 minutes, will have the last laugh. But let's get into our Money in the Bank qualifiers for Raw and for the men's and ladies on this fine evening. So first one was AJ versus Ricochet, and due to Viking Raider interference and Omos, the upset victory from Ricochet. He is now in Money in the Bank. That superplex from the Slugger. So, in 2 falls, I am the leader. But this is a last laugh. So I think it's the last fall before the timer runs out is the winner of the match. So I gotta be careful here in this to not get pinned. Now, we did confirm that the renamed Piper Niven is now officially Dewdrop, spelled D-O-U-D-R-O-P, and clearly Piper was not pleased with that. She was going to say her name, and then Eva Marie beat her to it, so they're already kind of fast-forwarding this whole eventually she turns on Eva thing. It's happening real fast. Real fast. So they're not really teasing it out here. It's happening. So Eva and Dewdrop fought Asuka and Naomi, and the winning team advances to be in that Money in the Bank match. Both members of the team are in that matchup, right? So due to Dewdrop tagging in Eva and then not tagging back out, Eva gets rolled up and Asuka and Naomi win that matchup, and therefore they're both in that Money in the Bank on the Raw side. So they're already teasing this dissension between Eva and Dewdrop and kind of fast forwarding that thing real quick. Real quick. It's been 2 weeks. That's a real quick, like not even a slow burn turn. It's real fast. Now, they brought out Rhea Ripley and they brought out Charlotte because of the actions that happened on Hell in a Cell with that ridiculous DQ. Just absolutely ridiculous. We've seen people who are champions do way worse and not get DQ'd, but that somehow is a DQ, and I don't understand, but that's what they're going with. And that is the usual, hey, the champion is usually alright, a heel champion gets DQ'd, therefore the challenger gets another match, and yes, by virtue of being Charlotte, she gets to fight Rhea at Money in the Bank again for that Raw Women's Championship. Are you tired of it yet? Because it's going to happen again, because the Queen. Who's surprised? Not me, not in the least. Now, if this was your angle, right, in doing the DQ, was your angle, was your gimmick, was your way forward for this matchup, why not have it be a more blatant Rhea grabs a chair, right? Because that, at that point, I have no problems. If she grabs a chair and in front of the ref, clearly just whacks the Queen and then gets DQ'd that way. But the stupid table spot is where I have the problem because it was stupid. So we've seen Randy Orton do worse and not get DQ'd. Granted, he wasn't champion at the time, but still. But still, no! Locked in! Do not tap me out and get that last laugh. I would not appreciate that. So, Randy Orton, John Morrison, qualifier. Morrison qualifies thanks to Miz and the Dripstick and the scooter of Matt Riddle being ringside, and that whole thing happened, and it was a distraction, and Morrison gets the win there and qualifies for Money in the Bank. Now, Alexa Bliss has a new theme. Sure, cool. Nikki Cross has an entirely new superhero gimmick. And honestly, I think that she could probably pull it off. Because we know, like, her established character is not quite being right in the head. So if she believes she is a superhero, then sure. I buy that. We've had the Hurricane, we've had Mighty Molly, we've had the superhero in training. Like, they've done things here with this before. And look, if Alexa gets powers, then why wouldn't Nikki get powers? Like, do something weird. Why not, right? But apparently, this was her idea. So don't blame creative if it was her idea and they approved it. That's just on them for approving it, right? So, I don't know, man. It's fine. But yes, new theme song, new look, new outfit. And I think that actually, this whole thing with her and being a superhero will most likely get over in front of a live crowd. Because Nikki is just that good at connecting with the fans. So we'll see where it goes here in a few weeks when we have a live crowd and see how they react to the superhero gimmick. It could be cool. I don't know, man. I'm not that down on it at the moment, but we'll see where it goes. But yes, it was Alexa and Nikki, who used to be Bliss Cross Applesauce, and they fought Nia and Shayna, and the winning team here qualifies for Money in the Bank. And wouldn't you know it, more hypnotism there from little Miss Bliss on that. And she got the win there. Or, well, Nikki pinned Shayna after some nonsense. But now Alexa and Nikki are in Money in the Bank, which immediately says, alright, well, does Alexa Bliss win Money in the Bank via her mind control? Like, is that how that goes and she gets the thing that way? Because if so, will the crowd, the live crowd, by the way, in Texas. Will they crap all over that, is the question. So, we don't know, man. It's uncharted territory for that. Now, obviously, having a hypnosis gimmick has been around in wrestling since the 1960s. So, nothing is new in wrestling. But it hasn't been done in a while. So, we'll see how it plays out with crowds. But we had Matt Riddle versus McIntyre after a brutal match on Sunday in a Money in the Bank qualifier. And wouldn't you know it, Matt Riddle beats a very beat-up Drew in that matchup. And Randy came out to watch at a certain point, but would not fist bump the bro. What are you doing? Because Randy didn't qualify, but Matt Riddle did qualify. And there was a backstage thing here, right? Where guys like Jeff Hardy and Jinder Mahal and Cedric were all mad that they were not in qualifiers. And they were like, well, if by some chance one of your qualifiers gets taken out between now and Money in the Bank, consider us to be an alternate. And I'm like, huh. Well, if you're saying it, usually they're not very subtle. So if you're saying it out loud, the chances that somebody mysteriously gets taken out between now and the show and has to get replaced, that could totally happen. So the question now, I guess, would be, who do you think that would be? Like, who do you think gets taken out before Money in the Bank, and who replaces them? Takada is here! He's seen enough, folks. He's seen enough of this. Hand is being raised. Takada can't touch me. He can't touch me. Put the hand out. You want some? You want some? Pedigree. Come get some. Pick him up. Misawa with a ladder. Burning hammer on Takada. Attack Slug running roughshod over this whole dang division. I should be first in line for any matchups against anybody, so give me what I want. Mr. Perfect defeats the Iron Sheik to be the new world champ of AAW. Chono's attitude is down. Sabu and Miss Elizabeth are friends in strong style. Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner defeated Nash and the Bad Guy to be the new tag team champions of Super Lucha Libre. So Steiner Bros over the Outsiders. And Super Lucha Libre's ratings are up with Eazy-E in charge. Ultimo Dragon's salary now matches that of Perry Saturn. 4-man furniture smash on pay-per-view. I'm going to keep pushing it out here and say, hey, Sasuke, you're still champ, and I want some. So come get some. I am dominant here in this division, so why won't you face me, you coward? Are you yellow? I'm orange, but are you yellow? Finally! He gives me a title match. It's about time. But we have a 4-man smash here. And it is Scorbens, it is Slam Bigelow, and 2 other opponents. I can't tell who they are just yet. There's Scorbens, and there is that Double J Jeff Jarrett, Slapnuts? Who is that? I don't know. I'm not sure. But the final competitor here, Misawa, who just got crushed by me in 10-0, 10 pinfalls and a tap out there, totally just run roughshod over him in that match. So why is he here? Why is he here? What do you want? So 1 win means nothing in this business. Sure, I guess. If anything, now I know what to expect. Okay, but it's a 4-man. So Misawa, Scorbens, and Buckler. Is Buckler Jeff Jarrett? I don't know. It looks like it, but I honestly don't know. So here we are with the furniture, with the furniture, and Misawa going to get that table, and Scorbens must suffer the barbed wire baseball bat, baby. So, don't feel too bad for the losers of those Money in the Bank qualifiers, because guess what? You only had 3 men qualify, which means there is a last chance for the 3 losers here. which is McIntyre, which is Randy Orton, and which is AJ Styles, are in a triple threat match next week to see who the final man on Raw is going to be in that Money in the Bank matchup. Now, main event was indeed Lashley and Woods in the cell, and wouldn't you know it, Lashley wins because it's Lashley. It was non-title, but hey, we had to have a match in the cell because USA execs complained about it. You big whiny babies. So, beyond that, we got, you know, your teaser there of them beating up Woods, and then, hey man, your boy here, Kofi, going to fight me at Money in the Bank. This is going to happen to you. And one thing that was actually in this matchup that I didn't see a lot of folks mentioning this morning is that the new Raw main announcer guy indeed mentioned about Lashley about belt. Now, he immediately said title after that. But you can't say belt. Vince hates that. What are you doing? You screwed up. It's fine. But yeah, that was funny. I'm like, I haven't heard anybody on WWE programming say belt as it refers to a title in quite some time. And my pants are bloody. Bruised, beaten, and destroyed, but not done yet. So, Buckler to the outside. And he's going high risk. Oh man. Oh man. Nope. I can't see. I don't want to lose going through a table if I can't see. Diagonal, bird's eye, third person for now. Yes! Wait, what? What? That was the worst possible elimination for this kind of match I've ever seen in my life. But thankfully, I no longer have to wait to see the result of this matchup because they've now added the feature in this mode, in this game, to say, you know what? Simulate. And nobody won this contest. That's hilarious. So I hit that, and I get to leave now. Scorebends, screw you and all your friends. But I still get that fat pay-per-view bonus, baby. Cast defeats Widow to be the new lightweight champion of Wrestling Rev. Juventud Guerrera has defeated Sid to be the new U.S. champion of All American Wrestling. Rising Sun's ratings are down. Look, I got that match. I'll help when I become champion. Don't you worry. Misawa's status being compromised here. Brandy defeats the Queen and is the new women's champion of Maple Leaf Grappling. Medusa defeats Scotty 2 Hottie as the new featherweight champion of Super Lucha Libre. Akari Sachiko defeats Scally to be the new co-ed champion of Wrestling School. Slam Bigelow's... What? My match got canceled? How dare you, video game? How? It took so long to get it, and you immediately take it down. Like, what kind of spiracy is that? And Brock Lesnar, highest paid in the world? Yeah, he is. He is. Why did you cancel my match on the pay-per-view versus the champion? Why did Great Sasuke bail? Oh my god. Oh my god. This game is determined to not have Slam Bigelow be a champion. And I do not understand why, so tune in tomorrow for more. I don't know. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time. And I'm out.